Ghazi angar padam yen all India padana why we wanted to make it. 1971 la there was a big India Pakistan war happened and very few of us know about that story. Me growing up in Andhra, when I was going past Vizag, I was on that RK beach. I always saw a submarine right from when I was small. It says Crucera, Victory at Sea. And எனக்கு வந்து நிறைய பேர் கேட்டே இருந்தேன் என்ன நடந்தது. Some people told me there is a something called Ghazi that was hit in 71. அந்த மாதிரி very loose information I got. And அதுக்கப்புறம் அவ்வளோதான். It's like historyல வந்து if you don't understand it, you leave it. You don't bother listening to it after that. நீங்கள் மதுரையில் இருந்து ஒரு சூப்பர் ஹீரோ பண்ணலான்னு ஒரு ஆசை இருந்தால் if you make that film correctly, you know that the entire country is out there to watch you. இது வந்து ஒரு இந்தியா ஒரு கதை. It is a film that has happened in India for the Indians. It happened outside a port called Visakhapatnam, which is the Eastern Naval Command on the time. Till the time I met Sankalp. அவர் வந்து ஒரு புக் எழுதினார், The Blue Fishing. Sir, budget number பற்றி நான் சொல்ல மாட்டேன் சார். எதுக்குன்னா we pulled a lot of favors in this. Things that would have been very, very expensive, we got it for much lesser of a cost. And that I have to thank my producers for it, who've been able to swing a lot of deals. And I have to thank the entire film community for coming forward to support cinema like this. We did visual effects for almost a year. 10 to 11 months of CG happened on this film. There's about 700 shots or 750 shots, which is about 30% of the film that is underwater. இதுக்கு வந்து ஒன்றும் ஒரு பிரசிடென்ஸ் கிடையாது. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி யாரும் இந்த மாதிரி படம் பண்ணல. And there was a lot of trial and error that we did before we got this final product out. கமர்ஷியல் எலிமெண்ட் இருக்காது சார். ஆனால் ஒரு கமர்ஷியல் எலிமெண்ட் எப்படின்னு சொல்லணும்னா, இட்ஸ் அன் இந்தியா பாகிஸ்தான் வார் ஃபில்ம். தட் இஸ் த பிக்கெஸ்ட் கமர்ஷியாலிட்டி எனிபடி கேன் ஆஸ்க். அது ஐ டோன்ட் நோ சம்திங் எனிதிங். நான் சொல்கிறேன் சார், எதுக்கு ஃபிக்ஷனலைஸ் பண்ணோம், என்ன சினிமேட்டிக் லிபர்ட்டிஸ் எடுத்தோன்னு. இப்போ ஒரு சப்மரீன்ஸ்குள்ளே நடந்த there'll be a lot of commands that if you see as a common audience we will not understand it. இதுக்கு நான் ஃபஸ்ட் டைம் நான் அந்த டாக்குமெண்ட் பார்த்தா யாருக்கும் புரியல ஆக்சுவலி. ஸோ அதுக்கு வந்து we simplified that matter and told it very clearly. இப்போ நீங்கள் லைஃப் இன்சைட் அ சப்மரீன் எப்படி இருக்குன்னா, they actually don't even wear uniforms in a submarine. They only wear disposable clothes because they can't wash their clothes. Nobody has shaves because you can't shave inside a submarine. Nobody has a bath, they only wash their hands. The only person who has a bath is the cook, has the shower. இப்போ ஏன் நம்ம why did we take this liberty? இப்போ ஒரு காமன் ஆடியன்ஸ்க்கு, ஒரு சிவிலியன்ஸ்க்கு வந்து anything about the armed forces is a sense of discipline. So the liberty of what they wear on top of the ship, we used it inside the submarine to give them an identity of discipline. It's very, none of us here will know that anybody in a submarine will wear use and throw clothes. And you will not, if I'm sitting in use and throw clothes and I'm saying dialogues like this, you will not even connect to the armed forces. It will just look like any other film. So these are the cinematic liberties that we took to tell the story better and easier to people. And he wanted to make a short film, and he started building our video மேல ஒரு செட் போட்டார், ஒரு சப்மரீன் செட். படம் பண்ணலாம் ஒரு ஷார்ட் ஃபில்ம். So luckily, if it's very, very lucky for us that we found him, and this untold war story is being told so well today. ஒரு புது படம் பண்ணா, ஒரு புது effort when you put into movies, there is always people from all ends supporting you. Today if I'm standing here and this promo has been popular for the seconds when I put it up on Twitter, is I credit a few people for it. The first, me being in Chennai, is a very, very dear friend and a big superstar who is Surya, who has done the voiceover for this film. இந்த படத்தில் voiceover வந்து I needed to explain something, explain the situation of war in this country. இப்போ நம்ம வந்து it's 2015, நமக்கு ஒரு வார் நடந்தால் எப்படி இருக்கும் கூட தெரியாது. And it is important that people know what it is when there is war around. And it's important for us to salute these war heroes. India, we have the 4th largest navy in the world, and we do not have one film or a documentary that most of us have seen. And I'm speaking like a civilian today, not like a film actor or anybody. Before this film, I was very ashamed that I knew very little about the navy. And after this film, I'm extremely proud that one of the many, many stories of the Indian Navy was what I could put on screen. இது வந்து KK சொன்ன மாதிரி there's not இது புது படம், it's a film that you've never seen before, it is the first time in India, all that I can keep saying. But ஒரே ஒரு ப்ராமிஸ் கொடுக்குறேன் இந்த படத்தில் for movie going audiences. நான் வந்து I'm not a history fan, I'm a film lover. The reason I did this film is because it sounds like an action thriller, and I grew up on action films. From the first frame to the last frame of this film, I can promise that you have not seen this film before. And we've done something further to exercise. I can talk a lot about this film. I can continue talking. I speak. It's a national film. I speak in Hindi, in Telugu, and now right here in Chennai about it. We are going to show you this film much earlier. I want the big support of the press. I need support of everyone who has a voice to get this film out there. A, because it is a new film. B, because it is a very, very important film. And so I think the 15th, right here in Prasad, is when we're going to show the entire press, members of the press, the film in Tamil. And hope you watch it, enjoy it, and make way for cinema like this.